Hello students, I am Professor Monica Prakash from Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, your instructor for this module. Welcome back to the course on destination management. We bring this course to you as a part of e-Pathshala initiative of the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, to make the post-graduation education accessible to all. In this module, we will talk about the critical success factors for a destination. After completing this module, students will be able to understand first the concept of destination management. The second is the various types of destination management organization. The third is the concept of DMOs and the processes. And fourth, the factors responsible for the success of DMOs. The module describes what a destination means, its various components and the different organizations which coordinate and help each other in fulfilling the needs and the desires of the wanderlust or the tourist. Destination management organizations bear a huge responsibility of not only marketing the destination and their services, but deliver the task of managing efficiently. There are certain factors which any organization dealing with the tourism services needs to cater to if they want to sustain as well as if they want this destination to sustain. Now let us begin with an understanding of the concept of destination. In simple words, it means a physical space where a tourist spends at least a night. But if we look at the broader context, it not only includes the space or a place, but various tangible and intangible products and services offered by different vendors and managed cohesively by public and the private stakeholders. There are several authors who have defined destinations in their perspectives, whereas you can term it more or less like a product which is offered to a tourist, and this is quite evident in the words of Kotler, who in 1989 defined it in the marketing point of view as the products can be anything which could be a physical object, services, persons, places, organizations and or ideas that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition, use or consumption that might satisfy a need or a want. According to Middleton in 1988, the total tourist product can be interpreted as the bundle of package of tangible and intangible components which are based on the activity at a destination. Let us also spend some more time discussing on the components of a destination. When I just talk about the basic elements of any tourism destination, 4 A's come into our mind, which covers almost everything a place requires to become a destination. They are of course, first the attractions, accessibilities, amenities, and the fourth is the ancillary services. So what are attractions? These are the major focus of any visitor or tourist and may be categorized as the natural, mountain, beaches, waterfall ranges, etc. or man-made, which could be heritage, monuments, theme parks, museums, art galleries, etc. The second is the accessibility. A destination not only becomes a destination when it is just approachable or accessible. Here, different modes of transportation, that is the air, surface and the water, play an important role. A good communication system also becomes of paramount importance then. The third A is the amenities, which includes important services like accommodation, food and beverage, entertainment, guide services, etc., which act as the superstructure built for the tourist. The fourth A is the ancillary services. These are the basic infrastructure which is required for both the host communities and for the guests like medical, banking, communication, etc. Cho in 2000 has mentioned some basic elements of tourist destination, which could be like the attractions, public and private amenities, accessibilities, human resources, image and character, and of course the price. Let us briefly discuss the destination management. Management, when works for a tourist destination or other segments, works more or less on the same principles. So for effective management, planning, organizing, directing, controlling and the coordinating are the important, and these functions are inevitable for any kind of organization. In terms of tourism being a service sector where customer is the local point, there are 3 important management functions which may tourism business require as per page to deal with the tourist. These are the marketing, operational issues and the human resource management. Categorization of DMOs. They can be categorized into the National Tourism Authorities, commonly known as NTAs, or the National Tourism Organization, the NTOs, which operates on the national level. So, if you are operating on a regional tourism level, you are known by the name RTOs, which operate in a region specific or a state level. But when it goes down to a local level, these are known as the Local Tourism Organization. Their area of operation with the management or marketing limits for a small area, that is a city or town. In Indian context, we can take example of NTO, where India is promoted by Ministry of Tourism. For RTO level, you can consider the example of Rajasthan State Department of Tourism is the RTO for a state. In India, we do not have an established a concept of the local tourism organization. Either they are very few of them or some operating at a very elementary level. For example, for the city of Udaipur, a beautiful world famous destination, it is promoted through a website called as www.udaipurtourism.com. For a layman, it appears very simple, but destination management is a very complex process, and when the experience has to be catered by different stakeholders, a single product needs a lot of planning. In fact, strategic planning, marketing and managing to fulfill a collective goal and vision. Destination management is the coordinated efforts and the management of the components of destination. Various patterns of alliances between the different stakeholders make this happen. A strategic approach to manage and link up all elements at destination is must. Management means governance and can be done by a single authority, maybe a public or a private. Partnership between the public authorities, public and the private partnerships, NGOs, etc. Let us now try to understand the destination management process. Firstly, consider the DMO's stakeholders. Often there are many stakeholders which may include the national government, the state provincial, the public, the local authorities, the public, the financial institutions, public, or it could be even private, transportation, which would be again public or private, accommodation, public or private, attraction, events, cultural, which can again be public and private, food and beverage operators, both public and private, tour operators and travel agents, including the public and the private hands, media and many more. The second is the coordination, cooperation and the coordination among all is a paramount requisition for a destination. For such actions, some alliances and partnerships or managers are often required for the mutual benefit and for the development of the destination. And the third, the process, the proper training to integrate all the key elements, cohesive strategy, use of skilled manpower and experience with the rational approach leads to the effective management of a destination and guarantees the smooth delivery of desired product, which will further help in developing and strengthening the destination and the ties, that is the linkages between the DMOs. Let us now consider the critical success factors of a destination management organizations. The success factors of a destination vary from place to place, but the following are considered to be the general points to keep in mind when we talk of an ideal destination. There are various case studies which can be referred for the success factors, but here we can take the example of the Tourism Victoria, Australia, which forms the base of all the multiple factors of success of any DMOs. There are 4 goals which one should keep in mind. They are the marketing goals, the leadership goals, infrastructure goal and the management goal. Another important model by the English Tourism Board and the Tourism Management Institute in 2003, WISE plays an important role in emphasizing on the principles of sustainable management, which every organization should keep in mind while promoting and managing the destination. The models as illustrated in the figure on your screen shows destination management as the linkage or interaction between the visitors who visit the destination, the industry that caters them, the community that hosts, serves and welcomes them, and the environment where it takes place and gives a rich cultural experience to them. So which are these essential success factors? The first is the unique selling proposition. Now whenever we talk about a destination, the first thing that strikes is the identity. You would wonder how it stands out from the other places. This factor is detrimental to whether or not the tourist will acknowledge spending their vacations there. USP is your specialization, as how you are different from your competitors and what others value additions you offer besides serving the same product. The pull factor or the magnet which marks your quality and credibility in the market is your USP. The second is the excess. What makes a destination popular? Apart from unique selling points comes the availability, accessibility and affordability of the transportation system. This might seem to be a neglected factor, but in reality it accounts the most. A comfortable, safe, reliable journey is the main consideration while selecting a destination for a tourist, and for this he or she may opt for various available modes of transportation, which could be the air, surface through rail, buses, taxis, etc., or the mode can be water. For international travel, even passports, visa regulations and other documentations too become a part of the excess. In the selected destination, the local public transport or the means of communication must be given importance as well. The third factor, the product and the other attractions. Quality products available at the destinations are the major source of attraction for the tourists. Suppose places famous for handicrafts, jewelry, the targeted market segments or the tourists will get attracted by such products because of its unavailability in other places. Other attractions can be towards the infrastructure of a destination. This can be ancient as well as modern. The ancient would include the heritage sites and the monuments, whereas the modern includes the market, museum, art, galleries, etc. The fourth can be the services. The standard and the variety of accommodation provided to the tourists decide the duration of their visit. If the existing accommodation facilities fail to match the expected suitable standard, the tenure of the visit will be short. Apart from this, the various entertainment activities that engage and stimulate visitors are essential. This also reflects destination's image and speciality. Local dance forms, traditional song artists, or the adventure sports are some examples out of that many come under the activities preferred by the target market segments. The fifth success factor could be the coordination and the leadership of the industrial sector. The industries reflect the markets of a destination and market is the source of attraction for the tourists. This calls for the coordination among the elements of the tourism and hospitality industry of the destination. The need to work collectively and collaboratively through informal and formal networks become a necessity for the growth of the destination in best way possible to attract maximum tourists. Coordination of various categories of DMO also adds up to the progress of the initiative taken by many local tourism associations. For a strategic planning, aiming towards the growth of destination requires a leader. This destination increases the importance of the community leaders which can directly influence the private sector driven tourism organization to monitor the work and focus on maximizing the visitor's satisfaction through the services rendered. The sixth factor can be attributed to the marketing management. The tourists plan their visits many days before their arrival at the destination. Due to this, it becomes very important to establish a system that can deliver information of the destinations before the arrival of the tourist. Marketing tools are important in the sense that they can be reliable sources for the tourist to decide whether or not they will book a stay at that destination. Various mediums, whether it could be related to electronics, print or mouth publicity, are platforms where the destinations can be displayed in the best way possible. Marketing mix, that is the variables important for any business to consider for operations, which are the product, price, place or promotion. These 4 P's are incorporated into the marketing process to evaluate the external and the internal performance of the business in the market. For those who wish to grow and expand, there are various options available. Horner and Swarbrick refer to the following: marketing consortia, where several groups of vendors work together in developing a market; strategic alliance, where different organizations agree to cooperate either in marketing or technical opposition; acquisition, purchase of share or equity in other businesses, joint venture to create a new product, services or businesses, franchising, licensing, franchising to operate and grow using the company logo, etc., which enhances the market presence and the brand image of the principal operators. The seventh factor could be the strategic planning. We all know strategic planning for marketing and developing of a destination with the consistent efforts makes the organizations and the destinations sustainable. DMO's holistic development of the destinations helps in boosting the revenue and businesses for the stakeholders and creating new opportunities. Financial strategic planning is also very important for the viable sustainability. The eighth success factor could be the cooperation. To maximize the effectiveness of the stakeholders, the government at local, state or national level can play an important role. Their contributions and cooperations in marketing as well as development of infrastructure at the destinations can help in making it a tourist-friendly place. It also helps the local industries to have an impact in the competitive market. It is important to establish a genuine partnership between the local industry operators, retailers and the local government to contribute the resources. This helps in marketing the place as well as the visitor servicing. Ninth, the innovation. All know that tourism industry is very dynamic, and to be in the race and to offer new services and products, all DMOs have to be very innovative. Tourism businesses governed by the whims and the fancies of the tourist and the persons who will fulfill the desires and follow the trend will be the market leader. Page 2007 innovation is often seen when the organization wants to gain competitive advantage and with the innovation can grow, survive and gains more profit. Schumpeter's study has highlighted 5 principal routes to innovation, which could be introduction of a new product, improvement of the existing product, example boutique hotel, introduction of the new method of product, that is the budget hotel, opening of a new market, which is example the Eastern Europe after the fall of communism. Fourth is the new source of supply of raw material or the part made products, example use of local foodstuffs of wine to develop food wine experiences in the locality. And the fifth is the creation of a new type of industrial organization like the low cost airlines. The 10th success factor can be attributed to the concept of customer relationship management, CRM. The very popular term is used for ongoing development and for repeated businesses is one of the biggest success factors of any destination. If the guest is happy with the services and behavior of the supplier, he or she will definitely turn up again to avail another experiences at the same place, and so this creates the brand image of the product. The success factor can also be through a proper SWOT analysis. For self-analysis, it is very important for many companies or organizations to compare, analyze its own products and services with the competitors. This is frequently taken as the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats in the business arena. The 12th success factor is the crisis management. DMOs, to remain successful in their services and business, need to understand the various critical crisis which may occur anytime, and if one is pre-prepared to tackle all the possible hurdles where man-made or natural can lead the market, they would be able to evolve strategies and have crisis management specialists or collaborate to meet out the challenges which can hamper the reputation and the growth of the destination. To sum up, destinations play an important role in drawing tourists and helps in the development of the place or a region. But as every product to be visible needs to be careful about its monitoring and upkeep, and so does the destination. For the management of destination, they have various stakeholders in the form of a destination management organization who offer different services or attractions to the tourist, either collaboratively or independently, adding to the facilities and the products of the destination. We have discussed about the concept, the types, processes and some important success factors of destination management in this chapter, and discovered that the key to the success and the sustainability of a destination development is an ongoing management. As per universal truth of life cycle, the destination also has a life cycle. It undergoes through stages of creation, growth, stagnation and decline. But here the human factor can intervene in making the changes in the last two cycles of stagnation and decline by continuous evaluation, research and implementation strategies to preserve and develop long lasting places to visit. Students, thanks for being with us during this module. We will meet again for the next module.